Morning everybody, just waiting for the other camera to catch up, and I think it looks like it just did. And guys, just waiting on the other camera, which is going to get about 10 seconds, and then hopefully get onto this thing. So I have a Dell Power Edge here. Let's see. Which I'm hoping to I don't know, this is annoying as heck. They say you should go to friends, look to see who's live, which would be myself on the other phone, and I don't know. So anyway, if I don't get your comments, it's just because my other phone is not doing what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to go to friends, see who's live, and it looks like we're getting there. Anyway, you know what? You guys don't need to see me fiddling about with the camera, right? So I hope everybody is well this morning. I have a Dell Power Edge in front of me here. This is a T320. It does not work. Not in working order. We tested it. It's got some kind of internal issue with fans and this and that and the other thing. So it is a non-working unit. I actually even tried to I really hate when this happens. Anyway, bear with me 1 minute. See, I really half the way I do these lives is I enjoy speaking with you guys, and if I can't get the other camera to pick it up, I miss talking to you. So anyway, this will be a quick, short, sweet video this morning on this Dell Power Edge. It doesn't work. It's got some kind of an issue with a power supply and some other issue. It was dropped and the power supply wireage area is damaged. I did try to fix it. I had a couple of these. I tried swapping the boards and swapping the parts. I even tried to sell them both, and I was not able to do so. So when all this fails, we'll scrap it. Okay, now here we go. It's a shame because this looks like a newer unit. So I've come to the conclusion that these particular servers are really just glorified gaming computers. Scrap value wise, there's not always a lot in them. This one looks a little better, but it does have room here. And I think I'm gonna flip the camera, guys. I'm sorry. Hope this doesn't bollocks everybody up by me doing that. Okay. so you can get a better look inside. Yeah, Scrappy D is having one of those mornings today. Gave myself a good scare last night. Allergies were horrible, and I choked and really scared myself really good. Thankfully, I am here to talk about it. So this board is a Dell board. I can't see the date on it. Yes, you're right, Patrick. It's been very rainy, and well, I think what caused the whole thing, apparently there was a fire in our neighborhood, maybe on Friday or Saturday, and I got sick, and I don't know, it just was really bad. Still can't get this live to pick up on the other phone. Alright, we're going to just wish you all a good morning. What I'll have to do is look through the comments after. I don't want to be holding you guys up while I fiddle about with the phone. Alright. To me, this is much better than the other one we did. The other one we did basically had a motherboard in it. And not a whole lot else. Again, this is a non-working unit. It has issues with the power supply. This looks like it could have a burn mark on the board. So this is a non-working unit, and I do see some burned out circuits here. Alright, so this has a space. This is a much better board than the other one we did. This does have a space for a second processor. They've opted to just go with one. And there's also slots for RAM. Now, these boards, guys, are basically when this board comes, when Dell prints, it's a printed circuit board, PCB, printed circuit board. It'll come out from the machine it'll be pretty much just green with a lot of circuits on it, and then the computer itself the board is sold to the buyer's specifications. It's driving me nuts, I'm sorry. I just don't get this. Time for an upgrade in my equipment, guys, and that is coming. So I have some type of a slot card, game processing card. We'll pull that and find out what it is. That'll be a Goldfinger card. I do double check these on the new computers. I will carefully remove this. I will take a look on eBay and see if there's any resale. Always going to be more in resale than there is in scrap value. So again, this computer did have spots where they could have put 4 more sticks of RAM if they wished. It's got 4 bays, 5 bays for slot cards. That's pretty good. Graphics cards, whatever it is that one is going to put there. CPU under here, and a couple of slots for RAM here. Not too bad. Let's get at her. So these will come out over here. Should be able to just push this down and pull the card. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So anyway, yeah, apparently somebody's work truck caught on fire. And, I mean, it was literally snowing, nasty ash. I had to take poor Big Red back to the car wash. It was covered with it. And I was outside. And I've really been not feeling quite well since. And I think that's just started this whole thing. I'm gonna put this over here because I don't want to damage this when I pull it. So I'm just gonna put that off to the side for a minute. I'll get that off after. I've already gotten the power supply out. By the way, guys, you can save your back a lot of ache and pain by taking the batteries out before you try to lift this thing. Thing is heavy. All right, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, I do have. I have been pushing the tea with lemon and honey, Patrick. Absolutely. Staying away from the dairy. I like my ice cream, but ice cream makes snot. So you get a nice copper aluminum heat sink. This is, I'm surprised because this unit is, well, I'm not surprised. The unit's fairly clean. I wish I had a replacement board like this. It's too bad. Anyway, so this is aluminum. This is one you probably, if you were so inclined, you could cut here and you could certainly get at this copper. If this was stainless, I would discourage that because we really have a problem with stainless steel. It really burns the it burns out your blades. These are older. You're not going to find an iCore in here unless they've modified the computer. These are going to be Xeons, I'm pretty sure. That's what I usually find in Dell servers. This one probably 7320. It was pulled from a working environment and they were upgrading. I don't really think it's all that old, but anyway. I really only buy things that don't work that I can get really cheap. Again, I bought this one hoping to fix the other one. I wasn't able to fix either one, and they both got scrapped. Yeah, it's an Intel E5. It doesn't have a date on it. So these guys are pinless CPUs with metal back. Okay, and I'm sorry if I'm not responding to your comments again. I am having problems with the other phone. I don't know. I do have upstairs all cleared out and ready to move the studio upstairs. And that is on the to-do list for this week. Really get this set up a little bit better. So I'm sorry I didn't get my Sunday morning live up yesterday. As I said, I just really was not at my best. Not really at my best today either, but I wanted to get this done. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I will read through your comments, by the way, and I did briefly see somebody asked about when I'm going to do the Apple Marathon. Probably next weekend. I've got an iPad. I've even got an iPhone. I got a tablet and I've got a couple of... I actually have like one of everything. That I have to really prepare for. I hope the tools came in today from UPS to do that. Alright. One thing you're going to get out of these guys and out of gaming computers is going to be a lot of wire. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Not going to worry about it. So this is a Goldfinger card. I will get the bracket off. That is going to be a nice piece of aluminum. Take the bracket off, take the heat sink off. I'll get these off. And that'll go with my Goldfinger cards. If I find it's not something saleable. I've got to look up the part number. I think I've got another one of these from the other day. That's a battery pack. Could be a slot processor. We'll get a look at that one. It's hard, you know, this is still even, it looks thick and chunky and wonderful. You can't really see through the mesh, but these are all single wires. This is spaghetti wire. It's the regular computer wire. Nothing fancy there, guys. Sometimes you'll get gold pins here, and you can cut that off and sell that as a connector end, if you can see visible gold. I tell you, I've already got another garbage can full of spaghetti wire ready to be sold. That's pretty good. Now this CD, DVD, multifunction rewriter compact disc. This is called a SATA connection, SATA. It doesn't have gold pins. It comes in newer computers. Comes with this type of a connection. There's not a lot of gold recovery here on this board. I don't bother taking these apart. Some of them will have a nice piece of brass about that big inside. I'm going to sell this with media drives. It's not. If it had the gold pins, yeah, I'd take it apart and I'd go after the gold. Go for the gold, they say. Ow. Had a busy weekend. My pickup truck is full of server chassis, and right now it's raining. I know the Midwest part of our country really had some bad weather last night. I think we got lucky and we just got rain. Just gonna try one more time here, you know. So basically I'm going to get a bit of wire. I did get 2 power supplies. Something I might suggest, and I am toying with this, I'd love your opinions. I don't know if you can see this or not. I hope you can. I did take the gold fingers. There was a row of gold flashing. I took that off. And I have been saving the power supplies. The local refiner here says anything before 1920. 1920. I'd really be old, mates. 2020 is worth keeping, probably. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of. It's copper. So these boards are very rich for gold recovery. I've been taking the power supplies apart and nipping off what I can. They're pretty well stockpiled. I got a lot of them. Usually get some aluminum, and you'll get some copper toroids. I'm saving the boards right now, the good boards, the junky ones. They can just go as power supplies and power supply boards and be done with it. But these really heavy duty guys that come out of these servers and stuff, I've been saving them. I want to talk to the refiner because they're thick, they're chunky. And I think they'd be a great candidate for gold recovery if I can convince him to buy them. Anyway, just a thought. You know, I hate to throw money into the scrapyard, if you will. I got these 2. These. Oh, by the way, you don't have to cut this off. You can just pull the pins and not have to cut. This is basically the Dell power supply. You'll either get these or you'll get the gold flashing. But again, I'll take the, I'll get the IC chips. I'll get this piece of copper. So I've been I have a bit of those going on too. What do you think about the power supply boards, guys? I'll have to look at your comments after, of course, because maybe the other phone has to get an update. Maybe that's why it's doing it. I don't know. I just know it's annoying when you want to do something and it doesn't do it. So apparently the middle part of our country had a bit of a storm. I've been waiting for the news to come on. I want to see what's going on. I just hope the weather's good tomorrow. I've got a couple of my relatives coming home from vacation in Italy, and I really would prefer that the weather be good when they're flying. They've been very good. They've been sending a ton of pictures. Last time I went, it was 1999. I threw my coins in the Trevi fountain, which means I have to go back to Rome. I am ready. I was watching E-Waste. I was watching YouTube last night, and E-Waste Mike went live with a short live, and he is in Ohio, right near where Board Sort is located. That sky was looking really ominous. So, I'm not sure who got what, the storms. You gotta get all this wire out of the way, guys, before you try to free up the board. These boards are a lot easier to free than the big long servers. Those you have to get the fans out of the way and be able to push the board. This one I'm going to be able to just unscrew and remove once I get the wires out of the way. These are a lot easier to deal with. Yes, I know this clips my I can't get it. I can't get my hand in there to get at it. So basically what I got out of here, I got a pinless CPU, I got the power, I got the heatsink. The heat sinks, guys, are really a bit of a quandary at the moment, and the reason is the copper guys don't want the aluminum guys don't want the copper, and nobody wants the stainless. So it becomes a bit difficult to sell it. So they're only getting us like 20 cents a pound. I personally am just going for what you might call the low-hanging fruit, and getting the copper I can. And the rest of it I've got in a big tub, hoping I can do better than 20 cents a pound. I got a mediocre backplane board. There's some tantalums on here. I will take the tantalums off. I am saving tantalum capacitors. They're yellow or black. You can get yourself a nice bin of those. Most of the refiners, guys, want about 3,000 pounds worth of stuff before they'll even talk to you. But I'm going to see if I can make an appointment to talk to this gentleman. He's local, so I don't really have to go too far. But he had a video up about what type of things he will accept, and everything I am working on, he is accepting. So I think it's worth my time to check in to see if I might be able to, work with him. I went out yesterday to, I went up to Fairfield yesterday. I went to go pick up another one of these, actually it was this one, and trying to find, see if I could get the parts to fix the other one. And I met another fellow who's an IT person, made another connection. Those are good. I only bought the one yesterday, but he said the same thing. How did you get into this? Blah, blah, blah. Same thing I did. He's got a garage full of stuff. I said, wow. I said, do you fix it? Do you resell it? He says, well, I stockpile it. And you've heard me say before, guys, I do think there is merit in stockpiling anything at least pre-2020. The newer stuff has a lot more plastic. But yeah, I do have a storage bin, and in the storage bin I have the boxes ready to either grab and ship or hold on to. I just, if I need the money, I can always just sell the boards. But, come on, I mean, gold is what, over $3,021 this morning? And, we've got this whole thing going on with tariffs and this, that, and the other thing over here, and Maybe the money isn't precious metal. My saving these things really had nothing to do with our current president. My thought on saving these was AI and the need for all these precious metals to make the chips. I mean, like I had an Atheon chip, Atheon 2. It was $250 new, and that wasn't so long ago. I had a Ryzen chip, first generation. Again, they were $250, $350. Can't even sell them right now. Nobody wants them. And they're nicely pinned, by the way. So my point being is I'm saving these because I think the price of e-scrap is going to go way up. Of course, the way things are going, I think everything's going to go way up. But I don't know what the master plan is here. I'm still trying to figure it out. I do find myself nipping a lot more materials than I used to. Not cheating my buyer, I wouldn't do that. But I do save a little bit more than I used to. I used to just sell the whole wood and be done with it. Last summer, that's what I would have done. But not now. By the way, guys, this is one of the best tools you can have. You're going to need a long-handled screwdriver to get down into these nooks and crannies, as I call them. I do have power tools. I just, the problem is they're very noisy. And I can't hold a conversation when I'm using power tools. Granted, unfortunately, it's a one-sided conversation because I am having trouble with this stupid phone. I'll probably throw that in with my gold finger cards. It's big enough. Bortsert does buy these little Wi-Fi cards. It's a Wi-Fi card. These kind of things, like I took this out of a vintage computer the other day, a vintage laptop, and it came out easily. That I probably will resell. A lot more money selling stuff and scrapping stuff, guys. This should come out now. Lift tab. Stowaway. Gotta get the screws all the way out too, by the way, guys, otherwise you're not gonna get the board. Alright, it's gonna be time for our Jeopardy question of the day. Sorry I was a little shaky on the startup, guys. I was distracted by the phone not working. I find that extremely annoying. I will try to have that fixed by tomorrow morning's live. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get Sundays up. I really was not, I didn't think you would enjoy an hour of me sniffing and sneezing. By the way, guys, if you do live stream on TikTok, you got to be under an hour. Otherwise, you can't repost it. I found that out the other day. Not that I want to repost today's because I'm, But anyway, so here's what you got. I don't think. Hey Patrick, do you think I can sell this as a dual socket, even though it doesn't have a socket? I don't think so, because it doesn't have the MLCCs and ICs and everything. So even though it is a dual socket motherboard, I don't know if I can sell it as such, because there's nothing here. See, they didn't put anything. This is where the second CPU would have gone. So I don't know. I got to think about that one. I got to find out. So these are tantalum capacitors. These are nice. And they're nice and easy to chip, to take off. I don't take off too many, guys. I don't want to short my buyer. But they break off just like so. I've got about a quarter of a garbage can full of those. Now, this is a case I will take these little bit of gold fingers just for some value for myself. They do like the bracket to be taken off, so I'll take that off. I'll take that off. Certainly going to take this off. That is clean gold-fingered rim. And that's about it for this board, and that's about it for this teardown, guys. I'm sorry it's short again. I just I don't like when I can't do things with quality. It annoys me. Over here you'll find a backplane board. Again, I might grab the tantalums off this one. There was some gold fingers here. A lot of visible gold here. This is not a super high grade backplane board, but it is a backplane board nonetheless. They're paying pretty well, by the way. These I'm holding on to for obvious reasons. These came out of the Cisco's, and there's a lot of gold recovery to be had there. Those I'm saving, but these I'll sell. The little power board down there, we'll get that out, and that will wrap this up for today. I wish you all well. Hopefully I'll be in better shape tomorrow and feeling a little bit better. Stay safe, everybody. Stay wonderful. I hope I can get my camera issue solved, and see you tomorrow. Maybe around 8 o'clock our time if I get up on time. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless.